Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime My Awkward Senpai, which had 12 episodes and was airing in autumn of 2025. Synopsis on any list. Kanawa has a secret. Even though she has a reputation in the office as intense, strict and scary, she's actually just awkward. So when she learns she has to train Kamigawa, the cute, nerdy newbie, she's at a complete loss. Can this awkward senpai figure out how to handle her budding feelings? So we have an office rom-com. We have Kanawa, which is the blonde lady, who is seen in the office as intense, strict and scary. However, she's just socially inept. She's unable to express what she really thinks, what she really wants to say, and it always comes out a little bit too strict, a little bit too angry. And she is now the senpai to Kamigawa, the cute nerdy newbie, the brown-haired guy. He, in contrast, he has no problems with social interactions. He is able to navigate them pretty easily. People like him. They say he feels approachable. So we have a little bit of a, contrast. And he now has to learn under Kanawa. Now, the office, it seems like they work for some kind of marketing. One example is that they plan like a collab between a game and a cafe. All the things from the planning stage to the actual organization of all the goodies, and how it all goes down seems to be in what they work with. Not that it really matters, but that is the office they have. Now, the characters. Kanawa, again, she is socially unsure. You always have a scene where she's saying something and it comes out wrong. And after she is saying the sentence, she has an inner monologue where she's like, why did you say it like that? You should have said it more, nicer, or you should have said it like this. She is putting herself down a lot. And, she tries to portray that really, that senpai, that a person that knows a lot, that is the teacher, that you can confide in. She tries to convey that. It is very hard because she's not almighty. She has things she can't do, but instead of being like, okay, some parts I cannot do, I'm not as skilled in, she's like, no, I have to be the senpai. I have to show that I'm more or less superior. Now, the Kohai, Kamigawa, he's just a normal dude, more or less. He's a little bit of a, he is seemingly very attractive. The ladies like him. People like him because he can talk to people. He's very easy to get, together with and be friends with. He also seems very nice. And, he's like the typical good guy in these rom-coms who has like no faults at all. Only faults that these two have is that they have zero experience in romance and cannot understand when they like each other. We have the typical romance. There are these typical, I wouldn't call them pitfalls, but cliches that are being used, and cliches are being used because they work well. And we have the same here where, I'm relieved that this situation is not true. Oh, why do I feel relieved? Oh boy, why? I hope that people would know if you get relieved. As example, if you find out someone you thought was interested in the person you like, but you find out they are not, and you feel relieved, I hope you understand, hey, there's some deeper feeling and not, nothing. It's nothing. There's this typical situation here as well. They are unable to really understand their own feelings. Naturally, we also have some other cliches. Some work fine, some work not so much. The paint one is really strange just to make stuff happen. Because blue was never used, but it was still there. You know what I mean. It makes no sense. But that is just so we can have the interactions after, which... But overall, for romance, I mean, it was fine. Overall, I would say it feels like this is a teenage romance just put into an office with 2 adult characters. That is what it feels like to me. You could just replace these two in a school with like 16-year-olds and it would be the same. Nothing would change. Which is not really what I want. I want a more mature relationship. Maybe, you know, maybe they are in relationships, they had already experience. You have one character who likes the other character and is trying to pursue them, and the other character is a little bit unsure. Those kind ideas. This is more or less just a teenage romance. Both characters, no experience. They don't know really what to do. You have one that is unable to really communicate well. The other one is just the perfect human being, and they get closer to each other. That is the idea. Let's see ratings. AniList has it at 69%. Nice. My anime list at 7.05. And I also would say it's a 7 out of 10. It's fine. It's fine. I can see why you would watch it. It's a little romance. Why not?